Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. Free Matt Hoover and free Justin Irving. These two men, Matt Hoover, CRS Firearms, and Justin Irving, the inventor of the auto key card, which is literally just a piece of a lightning link on a little metal card. These men are political prisoners. They are not criminals. And yet it's been almost a year since they've been locked up. And that is an absolute travesty of justice. And the reason I'm bringing this up now, almost a year later, is because I don't want people to forget about what the government will do to you if they don't agree with what your views are. And that's all this is really about. This isn't about those guys selling machine guns because it was proven that they didn't have machine guns. What this is about is locking two men up, specifically Matt Hoover, to silence his opinion. In case you don't know who I'm talking about, Matt Hoover is CRS Firearms. He had a YouTube channel with a lot more subscribers than I do. He was relatively successful on this platform. Well, Justin Irving had a business. He made a product called the Auto Key Card. And literally all it was the size of a credit card. It was a piece of stainless steel, thin stainless steel, with a picture on it, but a picture of a lightning link, which an actual lightning link is considered to be a machine gun. The way the NFA works, a drop-in auto sear is a machine gun. You know, none of these guns themselves are the machine gun unless you drop like an auto sear or a lightning link or something in it, but it's actually the part that makes it the machine gun. Well, what these men were selling, well, literally, what Justin Irving was making was not even a real lightning link. It was a picture of a lightning link, and it was something that I'm sure many people watching Matt Hoover's videos, because the way this whole thing came about is that Justin Irving hired Matt Hoover, paid him money to promote his product on his YouTube channel because he had an audience of thousands and thousands of people. And because he was kind of known for being someone that was okay with poking the bear with the ATF. Yet he also was an FFL SOT, so he could legally have machine guns anyway. But the thing is even if you can legally have machine guns, you can't just sell machine guns to anybody, without doing the proper paperwork, going through the proper channels, the NFA, all of that stuff. But he wasn't selling machine guns. What he was selling, again, was a picture of a lightning link. And when the case went through, well, they proved that the picture was not even the correct size for it to work. Because basically what the government was asserting is that you could take this picture, cut it out along the lines, and then you would have a lightning link, a drop-in auto sear for, an AR-15. Now we'll get into the details a little bit in just a minute, because even a real lightning link only works with very specific AR-15s with a very specific bolt carrier group that most people don't have. It doesn't work with your regular M16 cut full auto bolt carrier group that most ARs come with these days. And it also doesn't work with the neutered one that like an M&P Sport 2 comes with. It only works with a very specific bolt carrier group cut a specific way. And so already a lightning link only works in very few guns. But if it did work in those guns, it would be considered a machine gun. Well, what these guys were selling wasn't actually a lightning link. It was a picture of a lightning link. And you can go on the internet and find pictures of lightning links, of auto sears. There is a lot of information out there. You can buy the Anarchist Cookbook, and all that stuff is totally legal. We have First Amendment rights and we have Second Amendment rights. But apparently, CRS Firearms, for promoting this product, which was not an illegal item, he is locked up in prison and has been for the better part of a year now. Before we get deeper into this, let's have a quick word from our channel partner. If you'd like to help support Sawtooth Tactical, the very best way to do that is to click the first link in the description. That link is aura.com/sawtooth tactical. If you use my link, you get a 2-week free trial. And you can quit anytime, but you probably want to stick with it as I have. What has Aura done for me? Well, I don't get any spam calls anymore. I don't get spam emails. I don't get calls from scammers. What they do is they find all the data brokers that have your information online. They submit opt-out requests on your behalf so that you don't get scammers and spam calls anymore. But they do a lot of other things too. They have a VPN, which just helps to protect your privacy. They've got a ton of stuff, and it all comes in at a very low price. If you stick with it after that 2 weeks, it is only $12 a month. I think Aura is pretty cool because they sponsor gun-related channels, which not a lot of sponsors are willing to do that. And it really helps channels like mine be able to produce this kind of content. YouTube doesn't really like to monetize gun-related videos anymore. And so sponsors like Aura make things like Mark 18 builds possible. So check it out. It's definitely worth trying it out for 2 weeks. Like I said, you're probably going to want to stick with it. I don't have to worry about scammers anymore. I don't have to worry about spam calls, spam emails. And that's been really nice. I use my phone for work, and so I have to answer calls that I don't recognize all the time. And none of them are scammers anymore. And I really like that. So again, check it out. First link in the description, aura.com/sawtooth-tactical. I can almost guarantee that you're going to love it. Check it out. The reason I'm making this video, like I said, I do not want people to forget about this. And I know that many people haven't, because I did a video last week and I had a lot of comments, free Matt Hoover. And I 100% agree, and it's why I decided to make this video. Matt Hoover shouldn't be locked up. He's locked up because of his political beliefs. Because, literally because of what he said on a YouTube channel, and it should not be that way. What those two guys were selling, again, and I've said this over and over again, was not a machine gun. So when it came down to their court case, the ATF and their firearms experts, they couldn't even get this lightning link to work in a rifle. Even when they cut out on the lines, it didn't work. The only way that they were able to make even a semblance of it work was that they had to cut it out differently because the sizing wasn't correct. And I believe that was done on purpose in the manufacturing process so that it couldn't be considered a machine gun. So they had to cut out something totally different than what was drawn on there. And then they still couldn't make it work. Basically, they just got a gun to malfunction and get some hammer follow. And it had a double fire basically. And they said that that was full auto fire. They had a bunch of witnesses. The witnesses, the people that bought these things, never were able to get them to function like a drop-in auto sear or like a lightning link is supposed to be function. And this is what really gets me, is there are all kinds of people right now in the inner cities that have switches on their Glocks. A Glock switch is an auto sear for a Glock. It turns your Glock into a machine gun. And you know what they're doing? They're catching people with these, and they're letting them right back out. Even the convictions that they've been getting, nobody is getting the kinds of sentences that Matt Hoover and Justin Irving are getting. Two guys that didn't actually have actual functional machine guns. And that's why I say that they're political prisoners, not criminals. They've literally gotten locked up because they were poking the bear and they didn't like it. And that is not how our country is supposed to function. You are supposed to have a voice in this country, a First Amendment right to say what you want, and a Second Amendment right to be able to protect yourself, among other things. And these guys, by using their First Amendment right, well, they basically lost all of their rights. I mean, they lost their right to freedom. They're locked up. I don't know a whole lot about Justin Irving and his family, but Matt Hoover has a wife and kids, and they don't have their father and husband right now because the ATF, our government, the United States government, decided to go after this man for selling something online through his YouTube channel that wasn't even really a machine gun. It was a picture. If you don't know about this case, I implore you to look deeper into it. I don't want to go into all the details here. I just want to use the platform that I have and my almost 20,000 subscribers to just keep this in people's minds. And a lot of people say free Matt Hoover, and I do agree, but what do we do to free Matt Hoover? What power do we have to affect that kind of change? Like I said, I've got this platform, my small YouTube channel with 20,000 subscribers, and so I use that to use my voice for things like this. But what other things can we do to free guys like this that are literally locked up just because they believe in the Second Amendment and the Constitution, and our government does not? Let me know down in the comments if you have some great ideas of things that we can do. I know that there is an appeal that I believe is in process right now still. Obviously, those things take a long time, and they take a lot of money. And there are people that have been helping Matt, and I believe Justin as well. And in fact, that's how Matt got in trouble. Was they called it conspiracy because he was using his YouTube channel to raise money for the criminal defense of Justin Irving, who's arrested first on all this for being in possession of these things. And they called that a conspiracy, like these guys were, in some crime syndicate, when he was just trying to help his friend out, help him to fight the powers that be. And now he's locked up too. And his family doesn't have the person that, supported them and took care of them. And to me, that is an absolute tragedy. It's a travesty of justice. And these are things that shouldn't happen in our country. This is banana republic type of stuff. So let me know what you guys think are possible things that anyone can do to help these guys. Let me know what you think about this whole case, because to me, it's absolutely sickening. If you enjoyed this video or got something out of it, please give me a like. Make sure you subscribe to Sawtooth Tactical. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.